Are you? Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I even came on here. Just wanted to kind of give an update of what's going on. And I'm in Coriopolis right now. If you guys are in Pittsburgh, there's this awesome coffee place. It's new. It's called Queen Beans. It is so beautiful in there. Brand new. Everything's looks great. And they have like delicious pastries. And I got myself a latte. And yeah, my kids actually, well, my oldest is in a musical theater camp right now, and then my two younger ones slept over at my mom's last night, so taking advantage of this little kid-free drive. I think the last time I came on and talked, I was talking about my oldest auditioning for Lincoln Park Charter School, and gosh, what a roller coaster ride that has been. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that because it has been very eye-opening for me, and a good experience for her. So this is what happened in February. She tried out for Lincoln Park Charter School, and they said, oh, you will not find out until May if you got in. So that was a long time to wait, but we kind of just let go of it. And then we got a letter saying she did not get in. And then I emailed, because she's amazing, and she said, well, I want to know why. I want to know some feedback. I want to know what I can work on if I want to try out again. And so I emailed to ask about that, and they responded with, well, we do have a new health science option, because she wanted to go for musical theater. This charter school has different majors, actually. So there's like a ton of different ones: musical theater, dance, regular theater. Now they have health science, I guess. They have media arts and writing, all kinds of stuff. So we considered that for a little while. They said she could get in for health science. It sounded like when they emailed me that she just automatically would get in for health science, but when we looked into it further, it turned out that they wanted her to come back in and like have an interview and talk about all her experience with health science and or why she wanted to go for health science. And the truth is, she didn't really want to. She just wanted to get in the school so that she could probably like change her major there at some point to what she wanted, what she is interested in, because she had an extensive resume, extensive experience in musical theater, and that's what she really wanted to go for. So while she did want to get in the school, she didn't really have that, interest in the health and science. So she was going to have to basically make stuff up and say like, oh, I'm really interested because blah, blah, blah. But they wanted to interview her. They wanted a resume. They wanted 2 letters of recommendation. And at that point, she was like, Mom, I don't have it. There's nothing I can say about why I want to go for health and science, And I was like, well, you can go and say that. I said, you can go and be honest and say, I really don't have any experience in this, and I don't have an interest, but I really am interested in your school, and so I'm willing to try this. And so I wanted her to know that she should be authentic and she doesn't have to make stuff up and lie to get into this school. So after we talked about it, she said, you know what, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go for this major that I don't want to get to. So she didn't. So we just said, forget it, we'll try again next year, right? But there was this camp going on in the summer that was like, didn't have to be for students. It could just be for anyone. And so she went into this summer camp at Lincoln Park and had a great time and was doing really well. She is really talented in musical theater, and they noticed that, and they were talking to her, and she told them that she had auditioned and she was still wanting feedback, because we never actually got feedback. We just got, oh, you can go to health and science. So now that they had seen her and met her in person, spent more time with her, they were more willing to give her feedback and work with her. So, and she was doing so well in the camp. So they actually emailed me and said, she's doing so well. We would like to offer her another chance to audition. Like the next day. So she didn't have much time to prepare, but they said, we have everything, we just need her to do the singing part again. So she did that, and we still didn't know for like 2 weeks if that panned out or if she got in from that, right? But she actually didn't get in for musical theater, but she got in for theater, which she's happy to settle for because it's still something she's interested in. And she's always able to change her major. I think it's once a year though, so she wouldn't be able to do the musical theater, I believe, until the next year. But she would have all this year. And they did give her feedback. They said it's the singing. She needs to be more on key and more. She needs to be more proficient at singing. So now she knows, and she can work on that. I believe they offer voice lessons there. So anyway, so that's been a roller coaster, but not only with the school and with not knowing what's going on, it kind of, was a big piece of like what our whole family's doing next year, because if I need to get her to the bus stop at a certain time, and she's probably going to have like play practices there, and it's all the way out in Beaver, about half an hour from us. And there was this other school we were looking at, and I actually registered all my kids for, because I didn't know she was going to get into Lincoln, and then she wasn't in Lincoln, so I was like, okay, so we're all going to this other school. It was called Dogwood, and it's a charter school in Bethel Park, and it's brand new, and it's a bunch of homeschool families actually got together and created a charter school based on a popular homeschool curriculum called Charlotte Mason. And I love the values of this school. We've been homeschooling for the past 3 years, and while we started just because of COVID rules and regulations, and we were just kind of, my kids were not thriving with all that going on in school, so that's why we started. But then as we got into it and we met so many amazing families, and we realized like there's so much freedom in it, and it realized what's like it helped me realize what's dear to my heart, which is family, which is home, which is having home be your home base, having your family be what you feel safe, who you feel safe with, who knows you the best, and allows for more creativity. And so you're not pinned down to a schedule that you have to go. There's no attendance policy. There's no, if you discover like there's a week-long class on, zoo animals, and you want to do it, you can just do it, There's like 1,000 benefits to it, but the core of it is that like family is first, and we have more time and freedom to explore what we really want to do, and not what a school system is telling us that we should do. So anyways, I love homeschooling, and this charter school, it felt like it had the same values as we do. They are really big on play-based learning. They will spend lots of time outside in nature, and it felt more like the way they were going to set up the school was not like desks in a room. It was like a living room looking atmosphere, and the kids aren't always like all the first graders together, all the second graders together. They're often mixed, so the older kids are learning from the younger kids, and vice versa. And so anyways, I was thinking, Izzy's gonna be going. Izzy wanted to do something different. She wants to see more friends every day, and she just was kind of bored with what we were doing, so she wanted to do something different. So I thought, okay, well, this is different, let's do it. And my other two, isn't this the way, moms, let me know if this is the way in your family, but like the oldest, it's kind of like sets the pace and the what's going on. So so they were just gonna go as well. Although my middle child, she loves homeschool. She loves being busy and doing a variety of things. So She loves that part about homeschool, but with regular school, she likes the organization of it and having, just more organized activities and stuff like that. So anyways, where I was going with that was just the plan for next year. So we were just going to be doing something different. I was happy with it because it was, mirroring my values. And now that Izzy got into Lincoln Park, it's kind of changed everything, because now she has a set schedule in a completely opposite direction of where this Dogwood Charter School was. So now it looks like I'm going to be homeschooling my younger two again, and Izzy's going to be going to Lincoln Park. And this has brought up so many triggers in me, and so much. It's really helped me realize like how much I value homeschool and how much I value what we've done over the past 3 years. Like, I'm just in awe of like what we were capable of. And I'm very sad that she's not going to be with us this year, but I'm very happy for her because I think that it will be a great experience. I'm very proud of her because she had the gumption to ask for feedback and really put herself out there even after being rejected. Like, that is amazing, and I'm so freaking proud of her. And she just was like, no, this is what I want to do. You're going to tell me why I didn't get in, and I'm going to practice and I'm going to get in, but it does come with a lot of, there's always goods and bads to everything. There's hard parts to everything. So we'll see if she thrives doing this. The cool thing is, we know that we can always homeschool. It's always there for us. If this doesn't work out for her, if she's not thriving, she can always homeschool again. And I think I said in my last video, like, I know people who, they'll do brick and mortar school for a few months, and then they'll homeschool for a few months, and then they'll do cyber school for a few months. And so there's no like reason that you have to make your kids stay with something that is not working for them. There's so many options, and I love knowing that. So anyways, that's my little update, and I'll keep coming on and talking about what's going on. I will be honest, I was really, really looking forward to the break of them all going somewhere, so that I didn't have to be juggling like all the scheduling things, like but I really don't want to. Dogwood was the only school that I was willing to send them to. Like, that's just complete honesty on my part. That's the only school I was willing to send them to because they had my values. And I mean, Izzy's older. She's 13 and a half, almost 14. And this school that she's going to is definitely focused around what she is extremely interested in. She wants to actually just move forward and be an actress. And so I feel like that's different, and she's old enough to make that choice. But the other two, I'm still gonna be mama bear and make sure that they're somewhere that that I feel comfortable sending them to. That's huge for me. Like, it wouldn't be a relief to send them somewhere that I didn't feel was good for them. That wouldn't be a relief for me. But so anyways, those are all my feelings around it, and seeing Izzy go through that journey and seeing like, okay, here's a big, huge part of it, right? Homeschooling is getting more popular, but it's still something that a lot of people don't understand. And so all of my nieces, I have a big family, all my nieces go to public school, and my sister's a public school preschool teacher, and my mom went to school for early childhood education and was a teacher. And so obviously, like, they're very into that, and so it's a very tricky thing to navigate with saying like, why are we not doing that, without pointing out negative things. Instead, I'd like to just point out positive things about, since we do have the choice, and this is what we're doing, right? But there's a really big, sometimes it feels like pressure to do the same thing that they're doing, and that they see, the recognition, the attention, I mean, it's honestly, it's what like adults will ask your kids about. Like, it's just what they know to ask about. So, you know, Aunt Janie, when you see her at a family thing, she's gonna, no matter what, she doesn't remember if you homeschool or not, or even if she does, the automatic thing that comes to your head, oh, how's school going? What grade are you in? And then that just feels different. Sometimes it feels like, whatever, I'm homeschooled, whatever. But sometimes it feels like, oh, I don't have. And then sometimes adults feel awkward when they don't know what to talk to your kid about, and it's just like a thing. And that's just like a small example, but there's like an energy around it of like, okay, well, I don't know what to talk to you about now. So, it's just not something that people like recognize or really champion you for. No one's saying like, wow, you homeschool, that is so cool, like, look at what you've done, I bet you've had so many cool experiences, what have you done lately, like, where did you go, or like, what? So yeah, I probably wouldn't know what to ask either if I didn't homeschool. And in fact, I was at like a meetup for that dogwood school because I thought we were still going, and there was like a meetup, and I didn't know what to ask like the school people. Like, there was like teachers that were gonna be teaching at this dogwood school, and I was asking them things, and I'm like, and they were like not knowing how to answer because my questions didn't make sense, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I've been out of the school system for a few years and I don't know what to ask. Like, so I understand that people don't know what to ask homeschool kids, and it's not anybody's fault. It's just something my kids are navigating, and I guess my oldest is affected by it the most because it's both. It's that she really wanted to go to this school because she loves musical theater. She wants to see friends more often. She wants to do something different, right? But it's also like, wow, everyone is so excited about me going to this school. Wow, everyone asks me about it. Wow, they really value me going, like, not me, but like my family. And that we see a lot because they're awesome, and we hang out with them a lot. And I have a beautiful, amazing parents, amazing sisters. So we see them a lot, and we're a really close family, and I can just, that's one of the other things about homeschooling. You get really close with your kids. You know what they're going through, and that's maybe been the biggest challenge for me, is because it brings up all your old childhood stuff, and you're like, oh, wow, that's painful. Like, I didn't realize how painful that was, like, at the time, right? And yeah, so you realize all that stuff, and you know what your kids are going through. So I feel her going through that, like, especially when she was rejected, and like having to tell people that she didn't get in, and that was in May, and then her camp was like mid-June maybe, and so she still didn't know she got in until like last week. And now seeing her tell everybody she got in, everybody's like so happy for her, and of course they should be, but it's at the same, so it's both. It's, yes, they should be, yes, this is wonderful for her. Also, she never got anything like that for like homeschool. There was even like being in a show, getting a part, she didn't feel that like level of, everyone understands what I'm doing and they're on board with me, and they they see me, they see what I'm doing, and they understand what I'm doing. And yeah, so God bless her beautiful heart. I'm so happy for her, I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait to see what goes on with this year. And yeah, I'm still looking for something like for my other two that's like a hybrid type of option, because I want to give especially my middle child that balance of like homeschool freedom, but also like, okay, you have these organized things to do with people that you'll see, and you'll know that you belong to something. And we have an amazing homeschool center, and I've often thought about like creating my own closer to my area. I live near Moon, and this homeschool center is in Mount Lebanon. But it definitely, the one we go to in Mount Lebanon offers a sense of belonging, a sense of community, and like, this is like, we're all doing this, and so it feels really good. So we do have that. And I'm wondering if my middle child will blossom there this year because of Izzy not going there. Because Izzy's a beautiful, bold spirit. The room, you know, your eyes go to her. She's very outgoing. She'll speak right up. She'll introduce herself to adults. She's just like a big personality. And so is Ava, but in a different way. And of course, when you have an older sister that's like that, then sometimes you feel like you're in the shadow a little bit. So that's how she felt a little bit over the past few years. And I'm wondering if now that Izzy's not there, if she will like blossom and be like more of a leader there. So we'll see. And Zach, my little boy, he's 6.5. He's just freaking amazing. And he's blossomed over the past few years going to this homeschool center. The first year we went, he was like stuck to my hip. Well, he was, I guess, gosh, like 3.5 or like very little. Yeah, he was like stuck to my hip. He never wanted to do anything without me. And now when we go to this homeschool center, he's just off on his own. I never see him. I mean, I see him when he comes and needs a hug or a Band-Aid or needs to find his lunch or whatever. But he's just with friends, and he makes friends easily now. He has so much more confidence. So my kids are awesome. I would love to chat with any other parents who maybe are on the same journey or you know, have any questions about homeschool. I don't know if you can message through YouTube or comment on here. Maybe I'll see it. But I have a group on Facebook called The Motherhood Journey Through Photography. So that's often how I share my story, is through photography. So you can always find me on there. Message me on Facebook. I'm Trisha June Nicholas on Facebook. So thanks for listening. I'm gonna go now. It's about freaking 90 degrees, sitting in my car by this coffee shop, and I'm gonna go jump in a pool. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.